5 things to know for December 1st, Ukraine, student loans, Trump, immigration, Uvalde. Traders on Wall Street and many investors are in a good mood. Stocks soared Wednesday after Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell said rate hikes could ease this month. With this recent rise, the Dow is more than 20% above its 52-week low, which puts it in a new bull market. Here's what else you need to know to get up to speed and on with your day. 1. Ukraine. The U.S. is considering a dramatic expansion in the training it provides to Ukrainian forces, including instructing as many as 2,500 Ukrainian soldiers a month at a U.S. military base in Germany, according to multiple U.S. officials. Since the start of the conflict in February, the U.S. has trained only a few thousand Ukrainian soldiers on specific weapon systems. But to combat Russia's ongoing aggression, officials say that a new regimen with much more intense and comprehensive training would benefit Ukraine as the onset of winter is expected to slow military operations. Separately, Russia's new expanded law on foreign agents comes into force today amid an intensifying crackdown on free speech and opposition under President Vladimir Putin. 2. Student loans. The Biden administration was dealt another setback in court Wednesday that will further complicate the revival of its student loan forgiveness plan. A second federal appeals court rejected the administration's bid to put on hold a ruling blocking President Biden's student debt relief policy. The move sets the stage for the Justice Department to take the case to the Supreme Court, which is already considering a separate request from the administration that it reverse another order blocking the program. Nearly 2 weeks ago, the Department of Education began emailing borrowers who have been approved for federal student loan relief, but acknowledged recent legal challenges have halted the plan from moving forward. 3. Trump's taxes. The House Ways and Means Committee has received 6 years of Donald Trump's federal tax returns from the IRS, ending a years-long pursuit by Democrats to dig into the former president's financial records. The handover had been on hold until the Supreme Court declined last week to intervene. Federal courts had decided the House could request Trump's returns, primarily from the time he served as president. Trump's legal team had continuously sought to keep his returns secret. During his 2016 campaign, Trump broke with presidential election norms and refused to release his tax returns for public review, and they remained private after he took office. The House committee is expected to meet today, but Democrats are not expected to review the tax returns during this session, and the documents are not expected to be immediately released to the public. 4. Immigration. Between 9,000 and 14,000 migrants may attempt to cross the U.S. southern border each day when the border policy known as Title 42 ends in 3 weeks, the Department of Homeland Security projects. That would be more than double the current number of people crossing. Since March 2020, border authorities have been able to turn away migrants encountered along the border under Title 42. However, that will no longer be the case later this month when authorities return to traditional protocols under which migrants are either removed from the country, detained, or released into the U.S. while their cases make their way through immigration court. 5. Uvalde. Survivors of the mass shooting at Robb Elementary School in Uvalde, Texas, have filed a $27 billion class action lawsuit against multiple law enforcement agencies in Texas. The plaintiffs include parents, teachers, and school staff members who were at the school on May 24 when 19 students and 2 teachers were killed. At least 17 others were wounded. Officers waited 77 minutes after the shooter entered 2 adjoining classrooms before storming in and killing the 18-year-old gunman. According to the lawsuit, despite active shooter training, law enforcement fundamentally strayed from conducting themselves in conformity with what they knew to be the well-established protocols and standards for responding to an active shooter. The suit also alleges the victims and survivors sustained emotional and psychological damages,